I ain't wasting time. I was just doing fine. So I find something new. So I should be tripping on you. These decisions ain't easy. Now we ain't gonna do that to her because people like, yo, they stealing my shit. But you will be on now tuned into the Blind Papi show. I am your host, FOBC Note, the Hood Ray Charles, Blind Papi if you nasty. And Blind Lightning too. I forgot I'm a superhero, you know. But today we got a special guest. But before we get into guests, we going just make a little announcement. Shout out, we back in WTF Media Studio. Shout out to Jolton. Shout out to Babe Bro CJ. This Saturday, the 24th, minority mental health. Blind Papi will be speaking at the festival. The check was right. The check was good. I'm there. What else we got in the works? For the love of Blind Papi, I'm working on that. Books coming soon. They can't stop me. But today's guest, her podcast is just different. You never know what you're going to run into her podcast. I'll be watching it like, damn, this podcast make FOBC no turn to Blind Papi because I'm nasty. But we going to introduce, matter of fact, I like the way she introduced herself on her own podcast. So let the blind steppers know who you are.
Should I do my intro?
Yeah, let's talk
about it. But we could do it. What's poppin'? It's your girl Tina Blingz, and I'm back again. Not even back again. I'm on Cino's show. What up? It's Tina Blingz.
Tina Blingz, Let's Talk About It podcast. And we got the sister in the background. She didn't want to get on camera today.
Not today, guys. But what's up? It's Styles by Nita _ Please don't forget the underscore.
Don't forget.
Book your hair dudes and your shit flip, fucked up. She'll make sure your shit look nice and right. And that's not even a sponsorship. It's just the love of it. You feel me?
I appreciate that. Thank you, bro.
How we doing? What we doing today, Tina?
Let me know. Like,
you're a busy ass person. Like, I've been trying to get you a long time. You in Atlanta. You losing phones. You popping out here.
Oh my God.
You know.
And I'm about to take another trip. Actually, on Wednesday, I'm going to Key West.
Oh, see, look, you popping.
So
y'all some traveling niggas. Y'all leaving me in Brooklyn in here, man.
No, come on, we out.
And I'm off the juices today too. So.
Oh yeah, we all off the juices. The Casamigos is flat one.
So are you ready to walk down this path?
I am.
All right, we gonna close our eyes. We gonna walk down this path. We gonna walk past the sex. No, we going into the sex stores. We looking at the dildos. We looking at the cock rings. Ooh. We looking at the feminine products. You never know what's gonna come out of her mouth today, and I'm gonna let Tina rap down this aisle.
About me?
Yeah, it's all about you.
All right, so I'm going to just let y'all know about my podcast. As Sino already said, I talk about whatever I want to do on my show. But it's mainly focused around sex, and then we just throw in whatever outlandish things come to my mind because that's what I want to do. And it's so crazy because I was recently watching another podcast, and he was saying, he's like, yo, I don't even have no real genre for my show, but I'm just doing what I want to do. And I felt like going on other people's podcasts, I had to have it down packed, I'm a sex podcaster or a relationship coach. I don't know. I just had to have a title, but now I don't have no title. So when you come on my show, you're going to get a little bit of this. You're going to get a little bit of that. Whatever I want to talk about, we talking about it.
Let's talk about
check
it.
Me out. I'm on YouTube now. I soon put my stuff on other platforms.
Yeah, the information coming.
Yes, and I had to change my name. Let's Talk About It podcast. It's still there. My episodes will still be up, but now it's officially Tina Blingz TV podcast. So y'all the first to know.
Yeah. So we gonna open our eyes and we gonna get into it.
Oh, my fault. I never close my eyes.
No, it's cool. Sometimes I be forgetting to close my shit. I
have my eyes closed.
No, I close my eyes for a little bit.
I want to know.
I can't.
I'll be wanting to know. Do I have to close my eyes? Is it necessary for me to close my eyes? I'll be there wondering, but
no, I definitely looked up. I'm like, he still got his eyes closed. Yeah. I'm gonna keep my eyes open.
Well, we gonna get to it. What made you want to get into the field of sex podcasts? Be a sex a sex podcast.
Because I felt like that's one thing I could really talk about. It's so many realms in sex, and I feel like now I'm just exploring my sexuality even more. We're incorporating different things because sex get boring. I'm tired of that plain vanilla sex, and then now I'm not even having an orgasm. I'm not coming. Nothing's happening. So I'm let's take it up a notch, and maybe I could educate some other people and put them on to how to make their shit lit. And maybe we both could make our shit lit together.
Yeah, shit. This episode, you gotta put the kids to bed. So,
yeah.
Like during your journey of the podcast, what have you learned?
I learned a whole lot because we actually started doing the fetishes of the alphabet. So each week I'll disclose, like for letter A, we'll have like 5 different fetishes that we'll go through. And I learned a whole lot. Like I never even known that like armpit sex was a thing. Like, so that was one of the things that stood out to me.
Yeah, Freaky Z did that from Dipset.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he did that.
Like, it's so many things that I learned. I'm trying to even wrap my head around it. But it smells. Like, a lot of people are just into smells. Like, they don't even want to have sex. So, and there's a lot of things that don't have to involve sex that is sexual for a lot of people.
So you educated yourself.
Exactly. And then experimenting.
Sis helped you out?
No. But I put her on to those stories that I be having.
Right.
Sometimes it be a little bit too graphic.
Right.
Educating you.
She's educating me. Like, I really appreciate it.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, each one's each one. Like my cousin, she be like, yeah, your shows are a little bit too much for me, but I still watch.
I see.
And that's why I want it to be. Like, I want it to be too much because sometimes it'd be like the conversation you want to have, even with your partner, how to go about it. Like, you just watch me and go about it in a joking way. Or maybe I could just watch my episode and you don't even have to say too much, but then that would just start a conversation from there. So that's what Let's Talk About It is about. And I also do travel vlogs. So this week coming up, I'm going to Key West. So that Key West vlog will be up there. And I'm going to make a stop in Atlanta for like 5 hours. So I'm going to my spots. I'm definitely going back to my spots. And I'm going to actually hit them up and let them know that I'm coming to record because they was generous enough, Black owned, of course, to let me record in
Atlanta?
restaurants. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. Definitely support the Black owns.
Hell yeah.
But let's rewind. Let's tell the people how we first met.
Okay.
I'll let you. I think your story is better than mine.
Yeah, so how we met was actually at one of C-Note parties. My sister, she does her pop-up shops there. They was doing a pop-up shop / party. That's the most dopest idea ever because
that's how we had to get through the pandemic so the cops will fuck with us.
For real. But it was so helpful because it's also putting other Black people on to one another. Like, oh, I probably wouldn't have seen your product up close, but since you brought the product here to the party, it's a whole full circle moment. So my sister, she did her thing. Of course, I'm her brand ambassador, so I had to come through and show support.
Promote her hair again.
Oh, yeah. Styles by Nita Hair Collection located in Brooklyn, New York. Use code Tina Blingz, 10% off that water. Oh, let me know if I'm speaking too low because sometimes I range and I don't have. Okay, I'm good. Thank you. But yeah, so we at the pop-up shop and I noticed C-Note, but I didn't know it was C-Note, walk in. And he was with his brother, I would believe he was with.
Nah, I was with one of my guys.
Oh, he was with one of your
guys.
guys.
Shout out to DJ Busy, man.
Yeah, so I walked together. Exactly.
Yeah.
And he was walking in front of him, but he had his hand on his shoulder. And I'm like, wait, I feel like this is that dude from Horrible Decisions. Because I remember him saying he was a promoter and he do parties in Brooklyn and he's blind. And then I know, like, from my past experience with working with somebody that was blind, that's how I walked with her. So I'm like, this gotta be him. So, of course, I'm like, all right, let me ask my brother. I'm like, yo, bro, look at this picture real quick. I pulled up the Horrible Decisions episode. I'm like, yo, look, do this look like son? And he like, you can't ask a guy. Like, I should have asked my sister first, but he was just like, nah, I don't think that's him. I'm like, you know what? Bump that. I'm going to just go up to him. I'm going to ask. Because it's either he's going to be like, he is the guy.
You're missing a part. I'm sorry, because I'm sitting here.
That's right, sis.
I'm missing a part?
Because you came up to me and was like, should I ask
Oh,
him?
yeah, I did, yeah.
You see how?
Yeah.
Yeah, see? That's why we just lucky to have you here today.
I was just saying. And I was just like, just ask him. I
walk over to the table and I walk back.
Yeah, I was like, just ask him. I was like, the worst thing is going to happen is he going to say, no, I'm not him.
Fact.
Or yes, I'm him. Like, you know, the best thing. So
yeah, so you did give me that little confidence boost. So
plus, it ain't too many blonde, sexy niggas out here.
That's true.
That's true too. So I'm like, all right, let me go over there real quick. So I didn't approach you at first. I approached your man's, and I'm like, yo, son, he did a podcast with Horrible Decision. He was just like, yeah. I'm like, all right. So, and then I came up to you. I'm like, oh, you was on Horrible Decisions, and then we was talking, and that's how you came on my show. Like you said, you was gonna pull up. I'm like, all right. I'm here for it. Like, I wasn't even thinking that you was gonna be on that type of time. Like, you want to come on my show?
I'm still,
But
I'm still little to the people. Nah, because when he told me, he tapped me, he like, yo, Shorty want to talk to you. I'm like, that's your homegirl? He like, nah. Then I'm like, damn, is it somebody I did something to in the past? Like, so much shit going through my mind. And I'm like, hello, you like, yeah, horrible decisions. I'm like, all right, yeah, take my number. Like, let's work. And you like, all right. And then, I mean, we did the Let's Talk About It podcast. You could definitely go on YouTube and look at that dope episode.
Yeah,
all her episodes is dope. I mean, that was definitely one. I'm like, damn, I'm really noticeable out here. I'm like, he like, nah, bro, you got it, bro. I'm like, nah, I don't got it. Not yet.
Exactly.
Not yet,
Coming,
but
though.
it's coming, though. I'm like, damn, that shit different. Plus, you know, coming on your episode, it definitely, that's I can't say the first, because Horrible Decision was the first nasty podcast I've been on.
That was a good episode. If y'all didn't see it, go and watch it.
Yeah,
it was
but
good.
But on your podcast, I see you start, like, you getting deep into, like, female hygiene, cleaning right. Like, what made you get into that?
Going through my own journey with my body changes. Like, I feel like every woman had a yeast infection or had a STD scare or just is not smelling good down there. And I was going crazy. I'm on Google, and you know Google is the worst place to go if
That's
you got
the
something
worst
going
place.
on.
Right.
So
You'll be
just with
confused.
that journey alone, and me talking to my friends, and we think we talking like in code, like it's something undercover, but it's like, girl, you going through the same thing I'm going through. And I'm pretty sure it's mad other females going through the exact same thing. And it's going to come with the territory of being a woman. So we got to just own it, get rid of it, and keep it pushing. But we got to have some more sex.
It's helpful. It's good for the mind and soul.
Exactly.
Definitely. So, like, wait, one day you just woke up and just said, this is what I want to do. And then let's give you the credit. You bought your own equipment and you doing it
Yes.
straight out your house. No studio, no nothing. Did you get a new memory card, though?
Yes.
All right, so
I just
yeah,
bought
we
another
lit.
memory card for my
we
trip,
lit.
too.
I mean, during the podcast, we had to stop, switch it.
I
mean, she
know.
do everything herself, and that's why I really got to take my hat off to you for that.
Thank you.
So what made you really get deep into it to say you're going to get your own equipment? This is how you're going to set it up, the whole format, everything.
Well, I'm currently unemployed, so I knew that I was gonna have money to constantly be going to the studio and like paying for that time. So I'm like, I'm gonna just invest in myself. Like, I had the extra room in my house, and if I like what I'm doing, I could, you know, keep it going. But if I don't, I could probably send the stuff back and get my money back. So, and with time, and even I thought about commuting to the studio, paying studio time. Like, when I come, I'm most likely gonna have guests, probably gonna buy some drinks. So all of that stuff add up.
That shit is
So
a rip.
I thought about that. I'm like, you know, I could just invest in myself. And I saw that it didn't cost that much. I mean, it cost something, but I gradually bought my equipment over time, and I could really just focus in on what I want to do and figure it out. Because I could come to the studio and I'll be in here forever. Y'all have all my money. Because
they got a lot
it
of
be
my
sometimes
money.
I'll just be recorded and I probably won't like it and I gotta go back. So I definitely can toot my own horn with producing my shows, running the cameras, the lights, angles. Like, Tina Blingz is doing it.
That's dope. When your
we keep on doing it.
when your sister first started doing the podcast, how did you feel about it?
I was excited. Like, I was excited because she was so excited about it. But it's crazy because I didn't know exactly the concept. So when I started, like, listening to it, I was like, whoo. But then I was like, whoo. Like, let me listen in closer. Like, this sounds interesting. And then just, like, and it's crazy because I feel like with the podcast opened up another side of our relationship for the most part. Like, just like, of course, like, we talked about sex and, you know, like, being careful, me doing like the big sister duties, but far as getting intertwined with sex, definitely like was another sector that I'm proud of, like, at the end of the day, because people think about it all the time, but when you just have those thoughts in your mind and you really don't express them, that's when sometimes it kind of turns dark. It's like, okay, I want to do this thing behind the doors. You know what I mean? But it's like, if that's you could do it in the light and still feel good about yourself. So
A lot of people scared to talk about sex.
Right.
yeah,
And I really do
everyone
appreciate my
does
family
it.
for that.
That's the thing. Like everybody.
No, not everybody.
I mean, not
There's
everybody,
still
because
some
it's
people
like
out there that's
pansexuals or some people that, you know, been through certain traumas where they just can't be physical. But for the most majority of people, like, even if it's like she said, just the smell, just to get off, like, that's still a form of
I don't know about that though.
sexual, well, trust, because I know some people.
that get off the smell.
The smell.
Listen, I'm a cosmetologist.
Tokyo.
She
I'm
be
just
hearing the
saying,
stories.
I always hear some type of story behind that chair. Like, I just,
Damn.
yeah. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Oh my
I mean,
god.
I definitely love that y'all sisters support each other with the hair, with the
Absolutely.
podcast. You know.
Absolutely.
Definitely remind me of my manager, my brother, my dog. You know. So
Yes,
that's,
we
that's
loved
all
it.
we love.
Sibling
Holding
circle.
it down.
Yeah,
Siblings unite.
That was really our thing. We really, like, us three, my sister, my brother, like, we always siblings unite because we all have something going on, and we all equally support each other.
That's love right
in
there.
that way. Like, that's the only way we really know how to. I could honestly say that about our family, period. Like, our
Yeah, we
cousins,
always support
our
one another when we
parents,
have
our
going
aunts and
on.
uncles, like, we really
Not
go
too many
hard.
families not like that.
Hell yeah. Especially
That's
with
a
something
fact.
that they don't agree with. Like, even my mother, like, she be very much in tune with the podcast. And I'll be trying to tell her, like, Mom, don't be watching this episode. And I don't know what her and daddy be doing, but she be in tune.
How
Like,
y'all
a
think y'all
little
got
bit.
here?
I mean, yeah, but,
Listen,
girl, just stay on the other
I
side of the
feel
hallway.
like help them though, because I don't know
Right.
if you've noticed.
No, they've been getting they went out last night.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And then they was talking about our little seafood boy we had downstairs, which I went out to King of the Sea.
Oh shit. It be like that. My mother's favorite song is "Shake That Ass, Girl." Bro, you would just say that my sister's birthday party. Shout out to B Ran, happy birthday. And my mother in the back.
birthday.
My mother in the back twerking. They got my mother on camera. I'm like, yo, what?
I love it.
But my mother the life of the party, and it's just family love, and I mean I love
Be
that.
ready to
That's
hit the good
amazing.
swerve.
So we're gonna transition to Dr. Light. What, being that you a sex podcast, what was a Dr. Light moment like in the sex field for you? It could be an experience that you had. You know what I mean, the nigga looked it so good you wanted it. Then when it came down to it, he didn't know what the fuck he was doing. Nah, that ain't no light to that.
Yeah, no, it kind of. I kind of had like a dark to light moment on that spectrum though. Fucking, I could talk about this guy, and he was cool. I was dating this guy or whatever, and he was mad cool. Like, we did any and everything together. He was always down to try new things. Like, it was a good relationship, but just the sex was just so bad. I was freaking traumatized, and I even got to the point like I. Shout out to my old coworker. Like, I used to really go to her like, yo, like, this guy, he do everything. Like, there's nothing wrong with him. Like, I would literally marry him tomorrow, like, if I could, because he was just that great of a guy.
Yeah.
But the sex just wasn't there, and I couldn't get back in the ring. So I feel like that was the dark moment. But then it was light, because even after that whole situation, like, he never was even pressed to do it again. Like, he never pressured me, like, yo, like, what's up? Like, oh, we ain't going out, or like acted funny. It was just
So you only had sex
calm.
one time?
Yeah, because I was traumatized.
But maybe he was nervous. How you?
And then that's what I thought, but I feel like I was just so much in my head that I just couldn't get back in the ring.
You wrong, girl. You
No,
wrong.
no, I mean, I'm not like it. I was saying you should have been.
Yeah, you got that man singing. You got that man singing. In
No.
fire,
No.
ever fall in love. Got that man heartbroken.
I was kind of heartbroken too, because I was really like.
But that's the first time.
Sometimes
Sometimes it be he's so excited that he can't perform the first time. You ever thought about that?
I thought about that, but I was also kind of young too.
You dirty dog, girl.
Yeah.
You dirty dog. You got any Dr. Light moments?
Do I?
Thanksgiving.
Y'all want me to cry today? Is what you're telling me? No.
Say nothing.
Cry me
I didn't
a
want to say
river.
nothing that was
It's good.
sad.
It's good for the ratings.
Like-
Cry me the river. Come on, it's good for the ratings.
Nah. I did have a Dr. Light moment. This was like a while ago though. Like, I'm still gonna go into basically like seeing someone.
Yeah.
And I was just at a point in my life where I feel like I couldn't have did both. And I feel like, especially being a black woman in America, like it's just so much pressure onto like, you know, be this person that kind of like takes on everything, and you forget sometimes about the soft, submissive side of you, right?
Yeah.
And then you look over things that are so important, especially later on in life, where you just kind of like leave it there and you look back and you just be like, oh damn, like I could have maybe not took those extra hours, not did the things that I did thinking that I was chasing something else, but you really wanted like
What you talking about?
I know that was a lie.
No,
And I'm literally-
I'm like,
No,
what
you
you getting
I'm
to?
fighting back this left tear right now.
Because it's a bubbling. It's a bubbling.
I'm a Leo. I'm sorry. I'm extremely sensitive. Like, but yeah, I feel like that was one of my dark to light moments where now I do take that into consideration. Like when I am like dating someone or seeing somebody, like just really like having a balance rather just like, oh no, you know, I gotta do this, and if you're not
time
doing
is
this, like,
valuable.
Yeah.
you know, get the F out of here. So
Yeah, because it's 164 hours in a week.
that's a lot. That's a lot,
You
and
gotta
you know,
make every hour count.
it really
Every
does.
minute count.
It really does.
That's
So that's my little dark to light moment right there. You're welcome.
Yeah, good for the ratings.
Of course,
mean,
if we need them ratings up, y'all better click
if she
subscribe.
would have
everything.
dropped the tear, we would have had to turn the camera on her. I'm sorry. It was good for the ratings.
No, it was bubbling.
I mean, but
Definitely what I was like,
you know, she had to take the deep pause and all that. I said, I was about to say, Joey, zoom in. But, you know, we going to do something that we never did on this episode before.
I like something new.
We going to let Tina Blingz take over the segment. This is the segment when we do, Blind Papi, I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
But we going to do the Tina Blingz TV, Tina Blingz, let's talk about it.
Uh-huh.
Question. I know last time I went on the question, we had mad different questions that
Should've put those
really had me go home like, yo, wait, hold up. If a girl was to call me another nigga name, what would I do at that time? You feel me? But I ain't gonna talk about what I would do. We gonna skip past that. So we gonna do it. Let's talk about his style. And John, I want you to weigh in too, cause you're a female. CJ Shaw, he's supposed to been on my podcast since season 1,
Exactly.
season 2,
Still
going into
haven't
season
made an
3,
appearance.
and still no. Everybody asks, how do CJ look?
Back.
Where is CJ?
CJ is sexy,
Oh,
guys.
he said add his gram, man. Paid
I
in
need
full.
you to know.
Add the gram, paid in full. Hopefully, I'm gonna get him on one of these episodes. You
Both
feel
of the
me?
brothers, they got good
But,
genes, guys.
I
Got
mean,
good
the
genes.
mayor's laying around. I can taste it. You feel me? But this is how we gonna do it. I got a question for y'all.
Yes.
Matter of fact, we can go back and forth with questions. So, the question that I have is, would you love a man that have it all, or would you love a man that has a dream? We're gonna start off with you first.
Have it all, like,
Have it all, money and everything.
but
And yeah, don't lie either. Have it all, money and everything, or a nigga that's broke with a dream. Which one you would prefer?
Nah,
Damn.
I can't do the broke right now. I'm sorry,
But why
'Cause I'm
not?
broke myself.
But y'all both got dreams. That's
I got a dream. It depends. Cause now that you say it like that, I am looking for somebody to help me with my podcast. So I mean, if that's what you want to do, you want to work with film and stuff, and we could work together. I mean, I really don't know.
Dreams work.
Dreams do work, but I feel like right on the spot, it depends on what your dream is, and if you're working towards that dream. Cause you could be like, you just say a rapper, but if
It
you
depends
not-
what age he is. Talk about a rapper. though.
Exactly. All right. Well, a podcaster. If you're not moving forward with recording, posting, like really putting yourself out there, then I'm not really gonna take you serious.
That means it's not
Like,
a dream. It's just a thought.
It's just a thought, and you just always talk about, but you're not being active. Then no, I can't do that.
When I say dream, meaning like he's putting in the work. He doing it all. It just
Oh, it just didn't work.
didn't work. But he's still dreaming. He's still
Okay.
shooting for his dream. You could deal with somebody like that?
Yeah,
All right. What about you,
I could
sis?
do that. But I ain't gonna turn on the man with the money.
It's
So you gonna want them both?
Yeah, if I
See,
could.
no good cheating dog already.
No, I'm not a cheater.
Nah, you a cheater. You just said it on camera. So she's a cheater, y'all.
I'm not
Tina
a cheater.
Blingz. You can add her Instagram. She's a cheater, y'all. No good. What about you, sis?
Oh my, this is literally my life right now. I would have to go with the dreamer, right? Because I feel like you said, if somebody is putting in that work and you're actively moving forward, you're making the right connections, you're doing the things, it's but so long as things to take off. Like, that's how the universe works, right? Like, you put in work and then, like, it works for you. Rather than, because I have been in a relationship where somebody literally had it all, but it was no love there. Like, no, like, it was so cold.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, those little trinkets, gifts, little, like, even though it wasn't little, but it's just like those things don't comfort you at night. Like, if somebody can't, like, it's just different. So I would definitely say the dreamer, because not for nothing, like, I feel like I'm a dreamer. I'm a small business. You know what I mean? Like,
That's
I
all
have
about it.
You know, like, I'm a cosmetologist. I have my products in 2 stores right now. Like, we
what's up.
definitely looking for the 3rd store. So I'm just like,
Get it, girl.
thank you. Like, that's definitely like someone, let's say, that works for corporate, right? That's making like 250 whatever, might say, "Oh, you're a dreamer."
Right.
But at the end of the day, I'm still working towards that dream, and clearly, like, things are happening, and not only happening, but they're happening like rapidly. So I will go with the dreamer.
And do you
That's
feel like
what's
that
up.
person was supportive? Like the person that was like working?
Financially, though,
That's-
like,
Like,
he
but I'm
wasn't
talking about
like,
supportive, like in your dream, since you were the person that was like the business owner, and that's what nothing I'm thinking about too. Because
financially, though, what the person
Right.
that had, like, it
Financially,
wasn't
but
like
that's-
that person would never like show up, or if I needed them to like take me somewhere or whatever. But of course, like, if I be
put
like,
the wig on, the comb in, none of that, right?
Exactly. But if I be like, oh, of course though, but if I ask him for, you know, money or something like that,
You
like,
got it.
it was there. But at the end of the day, I would, you know, like to see you there, because I'm a big
Support.
cheerleader. Like, when I have a
Goes a long
man,
way.
100%.
I'm there. Like, I'm your biggest support cheerleader, everything. And it's just like, I just kind of want that back, rather you just to be absent. You know what I mean? But the money is there. Like, it's just different.
That's
I don't
dope.
like that.
What about you, Jordan? How you feel about this situation?
I feel like it definitely depends on their age.
Their
That's the
age?
thing.
Yeah, if they 40, 50, talk about they got
Yeah.
it's over. It's over for that. But,
But-
say like 25 to 30.
I could be down because and I agree with you. It depends on the dream, because I know my ex, he was getting properties, so we did not have time for each other. Like, literally, both of us were hustling at the exact same time, so we really had to schedule and put in work just to have time for one another, and it was worth it. But there were times that I was like, damn, if I just had somebody who's already together, you know, we could actually go on dates more and spend more time together, you know, and things like that. But it's just, I feel like it just depends on your age and where you are in life. Like, what are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to sacrifice less time with this person if it means that they can go to more meetings and they can take these courses and, you know, they can...
But do you feel like a situation like that, it pays off in the end, though?
I don't know. It didn't pay off for me, but...
Vacations and time spent, that time that he's putting in could go into your dream.
And that's the thing, because it's like I can't knock it, because like I'm putting in hella time to my dream right now, and I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm not going to stop doing that.
And that's how it's supposed to be. If I see you
Yeah.
dreaming and you going towards your dream, I'm going to be here to support you any way I can.
Exactly.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Exactly. So it's just like, you know, like, are you willing, you know, to put your pride aside to be like, you know, I can't get this time and I can't be upset because I want you to support me. So I got to throw that support back at you too.
Like
so I feel
Oprah
like,
Stepman.
yeah. So it definitely depends on,
I
Right.
feel like all relationships, you have to be
I ain't gonna
willing to
lie.
have
I'm
things,
putting it
be
out there.
uncomfortable.
Blind Papi looking for somebody that can support my dreams. Love. I need love. I'm tired of being alone. I'm sleeping in the bed.
love.
It's cold on the other side because when I'm alone in my room and then I stare at the wall,
I
in the
need
back of my
love.
mind, I hear my conscience call saying, Blind Papi need love, sweet as a dove.
I
For the
need
first time in my life, I swear I need love. There I was. Chill, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that today. You feel me?
Love.
Because I need somebody who will
stand by me through the good times or bad times. You will always be my girl. I need a girl.
Yo.
I mean, Def Jam reached out to me. It wasn't enough. We need some commas behind them numbers. They tried to offer me $100 a song. Nah, we ain't doing that.
Oh,
But
right. Come on now. Can't forget about
your turn. Shoot a question.
The club.
Tina Blingz style. Shoot a question. Casamigos working.
I know. I'm trying to think. Honestly, I shouldn't be rattling in the cup.
But matter of fact, let's go back to one of the episode. Jordan, if you was intimate with a person, he called you another person's name, how would you feel?
Oh, we stopping right there. Like
It's over.
It's
You
I
gonna
don't
break shit up in
know.
his house? You break your TVs and
Damn,
everything?
bruh. Like I really don't know. He was sober? Because if he's drunk, I'm like, okay, maybe I can make it.
Even
I don't-
drunk, you can't be drunk.
look, that's
That
the
means
worst.
you
I think that's
creeping,
the
you
worst.
doing something.
Oh, right.
Because
Yeah,
my
that's
whole thing, I'm
what
like, I'm gonna have so many questions, and I feel like that's gonna plant a seed in my head where I'm gonna be hella paranoid moving forward. Like, I don't know if I could
ain't gonna lie.
keep going after that.
I ain't gonna condone it, but I ain't gonna say what I would do.
Oh,
Oh, nah, I ain't gonna say. The right thing is do I call CJ, tell CJ come get me. That's what I'm gonna say. CJ come get me. But it's the let's talk about the takeover. So
Yo, I'm really trying to take over, but it's I don't know why I'm having a mom block. And it'd be so bad because I'm trying not to be like this. I need to maybe come on other
Well, I
people's
do
shows a little bit
remember
more.
my question from last
Good.
time.
So what's your question for
Okay.
last time? 'Cause
Please.
last time you
Right.
forgot.
I know. And I literally, when we was
You
in the house,
forgot.
I was
My
like,
little notebook.
exactly.
And I ain't want to leave last time. So what is it?
Like, you gonna remember this question. But I definitely remember my question. I wanted to know, like, is it any time where you know, be out in social settings where some people may know that you're blind, but some people may not, and you tell them like, oh nah, like I see you right now, like what's going on, like really be like kind of like mess with them, like
Yeah, I see better.
right, like oh I
Tell
see
you
you, like
They talking, I look at them, they be like, yo, you sure you blind? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, nah, I can see.
it's the point for me because even right now you're convincing.
It be like little shit. Even girls that be trying to get my attention, and it's like I ain't paying attention, and they think I'm dubbing them. But I'm really not dubbing you.
right,
A
right.
girl kept trying to dance on me 2 weeks ago, and I'm just sitting up there. I'm like, I thought you was picking something up off the floor. I didn't know you were trying to dance. Like she grabbing my belt, and I'm like, yo, I'm thinking she dropped something.
Right.
The whole time she
I'm
shaking her
done.
ass on me. And at the end, she was like, wait, you really can't see? I'm like, no. She said, no wonder I'm dancing on you. You ain't see it.
Right.
It be like
Okay.
that. Sometimes I don't tell. When I walk in a room with people that don't know I'm blind, I don't say
You
nothing.
just yeah.
I read the vibes.
Do you?
Let me see how you gonna move towards me.
Right. And that's
I read the
weird.
vibes. Even females have whole conversations like, wait, you blind, but you looking at me. Like, what the fuck I supposed to be looking in the clouds?
Right. Exactly.
Sometimes I'm like, how I'm looking at you, I don't even know what you got on.
Mm.
But I go with energy though.
Mm-hmm.
I feel the energy. Some
Okay.
energy, I just like, nah, it's over.
Right. This ain't for me.
Yeah, like your sister energy 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, I was in the spot.
She's
It was
off
the
the
Casamigos.
Casamigos.
Oh God. Yeah, I heard about that.
Man, I'm sat there. The pussy battle came on. She dancing on me. I'm like, wait, hold up. Is this really her? I'm sober as shit. I'm like, nah. She got me in the middle of the floor trying to put me on blast. I'm like, nah, man.
He was like, yeah, that Casamigos got you.
Yeah, that
I'm
Right,
like,
and
got
Tina
her
Blingz is
busted.
definitely that person. Like she's having a good time. She like we all having a good time.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, we started off talking in the club for like 20 minutes to her dancing. I'm like, wait, where did this come from? I'm like, but
It's
it was
the
all
night.
good love,
Right,
good
the music
loves,
was
whatever.
bumping.
Yes.
So I had to get my
Yeah.
little one too. That night was lit. And they was throwing money in the spot.
Yeah, even behind closed doors, she said, I know you probably got a whole line, so I'm gonna wait my turn. I'm like, wait, huh?
Please.
I'm just saying, you feel me? Blind Papi not gonna lie. So if your man watching this, tell him close his ears. He ain't hear that from Blind Papi. I'm just saying. I mean, it was just a curious moment. You know, I'm just like, nah, the vibes was definitely good though. You definitely got good energy.
Thank you.
Cause if it wasn't good energy, I
Likewise.
damn sure you wouldn't be here.
Oh no, I
Right.
don't know.
I wouldn't even came to your house when you punched in the address. I said, damn, this ain't even a studio. This is a crib we going
Uh-huh.
to.
But it was good vibes, though. I came with my 2 bodyguards.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I figured that. I was like, yeah, I already know you're going to come with a lot of people.
Bros, like,
Nah, I come with an entourage, you know. Nah, cause one thing about Rochelle kids, like, we shakes, but it was cool vibes, energy. I ain't want to leave.
Thank you.
That's what's
yeah,
up.
I definitely want to start.
That's why when sis said she forgot her question, I said, damn, she forgot her question. I don't want to leave. I'm comfortable now. I took my sweater off and all that. I was comfortable. You feel me? So it was definitely all love.
You're definitely gonna be start writing stuff down.
Yes,
like
because I thought about it that day.
Down, but I didn't bring
Yeah, you got my number. I come on as a guest. You could be a guest host, whatever. We could get it going.
I come to the city, and I'll be on time. I definitely apologize for being late.
Oh,
Because,
no, I'm always late to my own.
studio time is precious.
I'm always late to my own sessions, so don't feel bad. Thanks to CJ. Thanks to bro, I'll be late to my own sessions though, but I love that nigga though to death. No question? You don't think no questions?
I really don't have a question. I'm so sorry.
How you a sex pie? No question.
Why don't you do the next? Oh, you need to research for that. But what was the next?
The next letter.
Mm-hmm.
I think we was on. Oh.
Oh?
Yeah.
I'll look it up real quick.
I can look it up on my phone real quick.
What, old fetish?
Yeah.
You can look up old fetishes. I mean, I definitely love the participation though. Thank you too, Joy. Cause Joy don't like the cameras either. She don't like the cameras. She don't like the mics.
That
you know,
Jordan,
I bring it out of her now though.
I'm behind the scenes.
Like
always.
it's so hard because even like, you know, I'm a cosmetologist, but I also do like sets like, you know, for different, if I'm doing like Love and Hip Hop or Shea Moisture, like different.
You do Love and Hip Hop?
Mm-hmm. Every now and then.
Tell Mona I need to get Love and Hip Hop, man.
Like,
listen, I'm drama.
With the reality show.
Tell her I'm drama and everything. You know?
I definitely like, cause but the campaigns be hitting though. The campaigns always be
and
hitting.
it was a question that just came up.
All right, so what question?
It was a question. It said, "What's a surefire way to turn you on? Like a for sure thing that somebody could do to
for me
get the thing going for you?" Yeah.
I like my neck. I don't know. I'd like my neck sucked on, licked on. I don't know. What turns me on? You know, I really like you if you could turn me on just by talking, though. Just your energy and your vibes. Just being around you, hearing you, turns me on. Just that alone turn me on. I don't need the Casamigos in me. I don't need the Deuce in me. The Henny. You say the right words, and I'm feeling your vibe, your energy. Oh, best believe. Cino going in the room, and Blind Papi is coming out to play.
No, I feel like the vibes is definitely good. For me, I say it's the dick print. It's the dick print for me.
That's what it is?
Yeah.
But
I don't know what it is.
I can't talk on that because I don't want to sound like, talk about that. But I heard people with that can't work it really.
For real?
I heard that from a lot of females.
I don't know.
I
just like to see a erect penis. I feel like that just gets me because it's like, oh yeah, he feeling the K.
You're a cheater.
I'm not a cheater. I'm a lover.
What about you, sis?
I'm definitely like if you lick or blow on my ear, like if we about to get into it and you get to that ear,
I heard that though.
It's
sensitive.
It's so sensitive. So it feels literally like, for me anyway, if someone lick my ear, it feels like they're licking like my clit. It gives like literally the same sensation.
That's different.
Right. I know.
You lick my ear, I'm like, why you putting all that spit in my goddamn
Oh no, it can't be too wet. It gotta be like,
I don't feel like goddamn spit in my ear.
But it has to be like,
I don't like people licking my ear too much.
No, I like that. But not like, but then that's the thing. You can't lick the whole ear though. It gotta literally be like maybe from like the lobe, and then that opening part to like, just real that thing. Yeah,
just hit the
lobe.
Do it.
Yeah,
don't go all in my ear.
It's the ear for me.
So, question: Are you disabled?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I mean, I have problems.
It's the problems for me.
I mean, disabled in what way?
Meaning, like, you feel it's more that you can do, but you limit yourself. Like, you stopping yourself. Do you feel you could take your podcast to another level? You just ain't doing it.
I for sure feel like I could take my podcast to another level. Definitely by putting it on more platforms, promoting it more,
Is
and
that
just
procrastination,
practicing.
maybe? Is
And
procrastination
you know what?
Disabled?
Disabled?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
procrastinating.
'Cause I'm
And
definitely
also
that.
practicing because, I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all already heard, I stuttered a few times. And just by reading aloud and hearing myself talk and using other words and really enunciating has helped me with my podcast.
But the
taking
one
it
thing
to the
about
next
podcasts, you
level.
can fuck up. That's why I like it, though.
Right. You can definitely
Yeah.
fuck. I mean, that's why I haven't been trying to focus in on that because I feel like when I try to not trip over my words, that's when I trip over my words because I can't even think about the next word because I'm already rolling over the other one.
That's what you gotta do. Cause shout out to episode 8 with Larry Love, my right hand. That nigga, we took an hour and a half just to do a 30-minute episode.
Oh, for real?
I'm sitting up there, I'm like, oh my fucking God. I'm saying to myself, he like, yo, my bad. I'm like, nah, it's
Is
cool.
that the one I watched last night?
What the, he took an eye out?
Yes.
Yeah, that's my
That's the
guy.
one. I was definitely watching that last night.
Okay, good.
That's
You
my
finally
guy.
watched.
Uh-huh.
And I'm saying to myself, I said, oh my God,
I went
let's
through the
please,
series.
let's just get through this shit. Please. He like, yo, my bad. I know you mad. I'm like, nah, I ain't bad. But I'm like, God damn, bro. We paying for this. But it's all love, man. I love that nigga like cook food. That's my
yeah.
brother, my God forever, though. Do you feel like you disabled?
I do in a sense. It doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes I will procrastinate until like the last minute. And granted, I get it done, but clearly, like, especially as a business owner, like, you don't want to do that, right? Because when you procrastinate, it's more chances of things kind of going wrong, and you don't want things to go wrong. So I just feel like sometimes I could like put things on to like the last minute, which I really
Gotta
don't.
stop.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
she's been getting
So,
better.
I've definitely, I've been,
on her ass too
no,
with
seriously,
time.
because I've been always a late bird.
I
Like,
am early.
you remember, like,
I mean, not
double
today.
dutch, you see the girls double dutch, and late bird, that's me. Like,
You be sit up there like this back and forth
that's
and all
seriously,
that.
like, I'm always,
Like 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
Seriously.
Like, goddamn, he still saying 10, 10, 10.
no, seriously, the only thing I feel like I honestly be on time for is, like, to finish the contract and for my clients. Like, but anything else,
Take your time.
I take my time, but it doesn't have to be like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
why
you
is
gotta do
that
better.
like, yeah, the only thing? But I've been really making a conscious effort moving
what's
forward
up.
just to really just be on time and just to show up and show out for any situation. Like,
As
even,
you should.
you know,
For
like
everything.
for
Like,
anything.
I tell people that's late all the time. Like, even if you're going to a birthday party or a dinner,
Right.
be at the dinner on time. And that's why I'm not
She
doing
is
your birthday
on
dinners
time.
no more because I come on time and you want to come through old fashioned, be late.
I'll be late.
How
I'll be
you
late for my
doing?
own parties. I
don't wanna
gotta
say
make
hi.
grand entries. I'm sorry.
No.
And crazy, I'm not even gonna
very
ask you
much
that
so on
question,
time.
Jolton, for the simple fact you doing your thing. You motivated me. You gave me resources that really helped. Now, I mean, one thing I can say about this studio is definitely a family, is love. I learned something from each one of y'all, from you to Eden to Dave. It definitely worked. We going up from here.
It's a good vibe.
Hell
I
yeah.
mean,
Yeah, it definitely
like,
is.
like,
If
this
for like home,
area,
this like my third home. When I come in here, it's like I'm ready to take my shoes off and get comfortable. You feel me? Like when I first came in here, I was nervous as shit. Harwood says I was
Real.
nervous. I'm like, damn, I can't let the world know how nasty I am. Now it's like, put me back on the episode. I can tell the world some shit. You feel me? Some things. Like,
if you go back on horrible decisions, you'll be more comfortable.
hell yeah, I got some things to talk about now. I'm just saying.
Get it some time.
I'm even ready to come back on yours. I'm comfortable now. Got the Migos. I can tell you a whole lot. So
Oh, we need to set that up.
Right.
she trying to get me in trouble.
I'll be here
need to
for it.
set that up. I need the story.
Yeah, I definitely bought a new game. Because normally I write my own questions for the games, but I bought a game. It's called like What If, and it have different situations in it. Oh, I could read you the first card or for the What If.
What's the first card?
It said, what if your prison cellmate make you his bitch? What should you do?
Well, that ain't no what if. 'Cause I would never be,
That was
I
the
would
first
never
card.
Be, I would never be nobody bitch.
I would just
Never.
have to know that I'm gonna be a lifer.
Man, I'm Rochelle. Not even a lifer. I'm getting married on the outside of Rochelle, boy. We definitely not going down like that.
Oh no, I was gonna say because I was gonna kill him.
Oh,
Sorry,
I thought you
Is
was
that
about to
too
enjoy
much?
the.
No,
I thought you was about to enjoy the fun. I
Oh
was
no,
about to say,
I'm
if you
gonna be
into
a
that,
lifer, like because
I
I'm
said,
gonna
if you
end your
into
life
that,
and they're
then so
gonna
be it.
give
I ain't
me
mad at you.
life.
no, but I didn't open up that side of the card because it came with like 2 decks, but I was so surprised they put that right on the top, and I just can't believe it. So I can't wait
Matter
to
of
play
fact,
that game.
I mean, I'm gonna ask this question. Me and my sister, we always argue about this one question. You got a boyfriend. He go disabled.
Mm-hmm.
Would you still be there?
Yeah.
Now this person is not your boyfriend now. He just walking up the block or rolling down the block or however he comes.
Mm-hmm.
Can you mess with a disabled person?
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like I would want to get to know him first, and then we'll move on to that. But I don't feel like it's no real difference.
Ain't no real difference.
No.
As long as you see the print, is it good to go?
Yeah.
Fact. Because I know a couple of
we can
people.
make it work.
The style,
Hand over
I
hand.
don't know.
How you be like hands over hand? Let's get it done.
Right. I don't know what's going on with style, but y'all disabled guys doing the thing. Like, I know a couple of disabled guys. Like, I just be like, oh.
With one leg.
You got two men with one leg?
Well, they not my men yet.
They don't know.
But they don't
Y'all
know.
messed around?
No. Like, but I just saw the print. Like, they look good. Like, you just have one leg. All right.
You gotta.
I think we slapping your back. That nub.
No, not even. And it's crazy because it's not even all that. Like, one of them used to. I don't want to shout him out. Can I say that? Like, anyway, one of them used to. I'm not gonna say it because they need to pay. One of them used to work for a store on Fulton, and one of them is like a leg out for Tompkins, and they definitely have one leg, but it's like, why not? Like,
Their personality good.
their personality is good. They're so nice. Like, they
Good looking.
the funnest.
Exactly.
And they still be
Got
out here in
a lot
these
going
streets.
on.
Like, they don't
still
let that
out in the streets.
hold them back. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah,
Still looking
you
good.
still have that
smelling
drive.
We regular people.
right.
I still bust sneaky links. We
Right.
regular people.
I love it.
I mean, hope
Okay,
that I
you
don't
still,
get
like
caught.
motivated.
You know
and you're
what?
not-
You feel me? Shit, I still come in the room like, yo, bro, delete this message from me, bro. Like, it's still the same shit. Like, we still regular people. Like,
Right.
some people would be tripping over and I'd be like, hey, this bitch is disabled. I'm off it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you really sure? And I'm like, yo, like, you really want to know my life? Look at my podcast.
Right.
I'm not going to sit here and give you my story for free no more. Like, what the
Absolutely.
fuck?
That is true. But I can even say in that realm, like dating somebody that's depressed, like would you be able to do that?
Would I be able to date somebody that's
Yeah.
depressed? Yeah, because I've been through it.
Okay.
So I know exactly how much pressure to apply on them to try to get them out of that. I know how to cope with them. I know how to be sensitive to their situation.
okay.
But it's depending on what they are depressed for.
Yeah.
So it's like
Well, that comes
like
into
pretty
account.
much, yeah. It's like
Yeah.
what you
And
like.
if
What
they
you
want to
depressed
come
for?
out
Say
of
that,
the
yeah.
depression,
Yeah, it's like you losing a job, you depressed. It's like what you depressed for. Let's get up and get it. Let's get it going.
right?
Let's find something else to do, whatever. But losing a mother or a father or a brother, I can understand that.
Right.
I let them cope how they cope, but I will give my support though.
And try to
No,
give them some
absolutely.
resources to get help.
Yeah, because I mean,
Right.
I have a friend. I mean, my right hand man, he lost his mother and father within 3 months apart.
Oh yeah.
89 days, and it's like I gave him his space, but same time let him know that I'm still here for you.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
like every now and then he'd go through that mode, and I just be a friend. I'd be that best friend for him.
Mm-hmm.
Try to take his mind off, or we sit there and talk. It'd be time he worked at the Marriott, 4 or 5 in the morning. We talk about everything. Me getting shot.
right.
Talk about his parents. We talk about everything, and it's like sometimes you need that.
Right.
Just somebody in the
That
background
really-
to understand
yeah.
where
Yeah,
you're coming from.
I mean,
and
a lot of
what you're saying.
relationships get fucked over because they lover don't know how to deal with that shit. And sometimes it ain't about
But-
what you can say. It's about just being there.
Yeah, but it also could be where their mental space is at. Because I feel like I have been in a situation where I was dealing with somebody and I was going to therapy myself and going through my own depression. And that person was depressed. So it was like he was coming to me to vent, but I just came from my therapist with venting. So it's like
So fuck
I'm
it.
trying to give you the inputs on what my therapist told me, but then at the same time I got my own shit and I don't want to unload my shit onto you because that'd just be too much.
I mean,
Like, and it's just like, how would you be able to manage that, especially when you're not having like a constructive person that's there to give you, you know, the steps for you could cope through your
but y'all
situation.
together, you know what you say, baby?
Like-
Give me your hand. Let's walk to therapy together.
Right. I
Let's
tried.
sit in this sessions
he
with
didn't
me.
believe
They
it.
have
And then
to
that was
be
a whole nother
open,
thing. He
though,
didn't believe
for
in
that.
therapy.
You gotta,
He
you
didn't
gotta
want to
really
do
be
it.
open-minded to it.
So
'cause
you have to
Yeah.
be open-minded to
When
that.
I first
a
went
lot
to
of
therapy,
people
I'm like, this
aren't.
shit is not working. I'm like, I'm off this shit. Like, fuck this shit. And then that shit turned for the worse to a point. I'm like, I just needed somebody just to listen to my problems. Now I don't discriminate. I call everybody, yo, listen, I'm going through this, bro. Like, especially, bro, I text him, yo, bro, I got to go harder, bro. He texts back, so you got to do it, bro. Don't stop. Yo, Lil Smooth, bro. Before I was ashamed to tell people my problems because I felt they would look at me different. They would judge me or they would put me down. I gotta maintain this image for everybody, I feel. Now I don't give a fuck how you view me as.
Facts.
That's how I really look at it.
Come in your
Before it's like
podcast,
I
you
gotta
just talk your talk.
Yeah, you feel me? I gotta be that big bad person that I once was. But now it's like I'm not scared to cry in front of a person.
Right.
Like this is who I am. Like it's people that sit there and they sit there and they talk to me and they like 2 weeks ago, a nigga that been looking for me forever finally see me but don't say nothing.
What? Why?
Right.
Just staring at me and they like, yo, that's Kev.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, yo, yo,
Oh.
what's up, bro? He like, oh, what's up? And that was that, though. But it definitely been fun, though. I appreciate y'all for coming.
Thank you for having
thank
me.
you for having us.
I wish I would have came more prepared with my questions.
Nah,
I feel like I'm put on the spot. I'm sweating.
We gonna do the guest host. I'm definitely gonna reach out for guest hosts and all that.
Okay.
Definitely.
I'll pull up.
Thank you to Jordan. Thank you to Let's Talk About It. Go support the hair. Where can they
Yes.
find you at? Where can they
You can find
look you
me
up?
on Instagram, Tina.Blingz. And also you could check out the podcast. You could put in Let's Talk About It podcast. That'll still come up. But the official name for the podcast is Tina Blingz TV.
That's what's up. And what about your hair?
Yes, y'all could definitely find me on Instagram, Styles by Nita _ Please don't forget the underscore. And also check me out on NitaHairCollection.com. And also if you're in Brooklyn on 731, definitely check out our pop-up shop. It's going to be 936 Marcy, Brooklyn, New York, 11216.
Dope. And you know it's the one and only Blind Papi, the Hood Ray Charles, FOBC, no Blind Lightning. You can follow me as Blind But Now I See _ Instagram, Twitter, Blind Stepper, and we out this bitch.
Later.